humble little kitchen. Today we're going to make some peanut butter cookies. Let's get started by putting together the ingredients. You're going to need oven mitts, an oven, some cookie sheets. These aren't cookie sheets, but they'll do. Some parchment paper, some sugar, some flour, peanut butter, brown sugar, salt, vanilla, baking powder, butter, an egg, and I also have this drying rack, just because I have one, but you don't need a drying rack. I'll show you what else you can use. Okay, so let's put these ingredients together. So before we begin mixing the ingredients, we need to make sure that our parents are involved in this. This is a recipe that involves using the stove or the oven, which involves heat, and we need to have an adult involved. So please make sure that your parent is involved with this. First thing we're going to start out with is turning the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. My oven's a little bit hot, so I'm going to keep it down a little bit. While that's pre-warming, we will prepare our cookie sheets, my fabulous cookie sheets. I like to use parchment paper because it not only prevents the cookies from sticking to the sheet, but it helps to keep them from burning. In there. Get out. All right, now we're going to take and mix our dry ingredients. So, a bowl, and we need to start out with the first 6 ingredients on our list, which is a cup of butter. I took the butter out previously. I keep my butter in the fridge. I had to take it out previously to allow it to warm up so that I could actually mix it. Hard butter does not mix well. Then we need half a cup of peanut butter. So first we start off with half a cup of butter. I took this butter out of the fridge earlier just to let it soften because I keep it in the fridge and it's hard to mix when it's hard. Another half a cup of peanut butter. And because I've washed my hands, I can do this. Okay, stop. Half a cup of sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, 1 egg, half a teaspoon of vanilla, we need to add 1.25 cups of sifted flour. Most flour is sifted these days. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. So there's 1. And we'll just gently put that in to avoid creating any major lumps. And then 1/4. There we go. There's 1.25 cups of flour and 3/4 of a teaspoon. Close enough. Add more in there just to keep it from. Okay, and a small amount of salt. This over the sink. 1/4 teaspoon, so I'm just going to use a very small amount. There we go. A little bit of salt in there. Okay. Now the fun part. Now we get to use our hands. sticky there, so we're just gonna add a little more flour, just so that it's not super sticky. All right. Try a little bit.
Yummy.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is roll these into little balls and put them on our cookie sheets. Our oven is ready to go. I can see the light here has gone off. So that means the oven has come to temperature. So all we're going to do is roll into small balls like that, and then we will press them down with a fork. Okay, so definitely not the size of golf balls, probably more the size of, I don't know, gobstoppers, small eggs. Right. We've got our cookie dough rolled into jawbreaker size rolls or balls. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a fork, get a little damp, and we're going to take some brown sugar, and we're going to just put a little bit of brown sugar on our fork. We're going to press down on the cookie like that. Sticky. All right. And you want to just spread them out a little bit like that. What you're going to find is when they cook, they're actually going to spread out a little bit more. This sort of just gets the ball rolling. And got all our cookie dough pressed down now with a fork. And now we're going to put it in the oven. Now, the oven has come to temperature. It's 375 degrees in there. So we need to be careful. That's where we're going to use our oven mitts. And we're definitely not going to lean over the oven when we open the door because it has contained all that heat. That's what the oven does. So when we open the door, all the heat's going to want to rush out. So please do not stand over the top of the oven. You put on your oven mitt. I like to turn the light on in the oven as well, actually. That's a good thing. So that you can see inside the oven. Let's have a look inside. Ooh, there we go. And we will place our cookies carefully in, like so. And like so. And now you want to bake these cookies for about 10 to 12 minutes. So we'll put 10 minutes on the timer. I leave the light on because I'm going to keep watching those cookies as they cook and make sure that they don't get burned. Okay, come back when we're finished cooking. C is for cookie that's good enough for me. C is for cookie that's good enough for me. C is for cookie that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. It's about 8 minutes in, and looking in the oven, I can see that one pan is ready to go just by the color of the cookies. So we're going to open up then again, not stand over top, right? Oven mitts on, and I'm going to pull the rack out a little bit. And let's have a look at this for a second. Ooh, that looks good. Look at those. Oh yeah. Pushed out there. These ones also look lovely. Push that back in. Okay, so now what we're going to do is the first set here, we are going to put on our drying rack. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully just pull my cookies out like that. And they can dry there. Right, I can easily break them apart and just quickly scoop them onto that rack. So that's how you bake peanut butter cookies. I hope you enjoy. Let's have a taste and see how they taste. Yummy. Do you like one too? There you go. All right. See you next time. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. C is for cookie, that's good. Now all that's left is the cleanup. Gavin.